To be Zubats and Embiid, and we are running tonight from Wells Fargo Center.
And speaking of shooting, the Clippers are the #1 3-point shooting team in the NBA. Here's a mid-range jumper that won't fall from Morris and rebounded by Embiid.
To an open Mike Scott for three, and that's what you want from your star. He's going to demand attention, so if he's just patient, you get to a shot like that where there's no double team. Get the ball ahead to your shooters and see if you can get a quick three without the defense set, and there you show right there you got it.
But Doc Rivers told us before the game they want him to take the second three rather than doing it early in the shot clock as he hits the fall away for his 4th point.
Little old me had to guard Joel Embiid a couple of years ago, but I tell you what, I mean, it's just, you hear about trusting the process, and Joel Embiid has put the process on the floor, and adding somebody like Doc Rivers, I think he's extremely important to the success of this team. It's a new voice.
In 7 years, they went to 3 conference semifinals, only missed the playoffs once in those 7 years, which, when you consider the Clippers' history, that's quite an accomplishment. Now in his first year with Philly, and they've got a 15-3 lead.
He can do whatever it is he wants to do, shoot the three, shoot the mid-range, or post up and just draw fouls. And that's why I think he's in the running for MVP, because he can do it all on both ends.
Embiid with a week to study a three. Korkmaz, he'll try. There it is. Embiid with a rebound, and the Sixers here with a fresh 14. Green for a three. Zubats keeps it alive for the Clippers. Morris. Wow. And a foul. And Joel Embiid is going to plead his case.
With Joel showing great patience and just waiting for the double team, looking for the open man.
Philadelphia's missed its last 6 shots from the floor after a 7-for-8 start. Now a missed free throw by Embiid.
I was actually one of those guys. I have to wait and see how it works out. We've seen, I want to use the word super team, but at the same time, Kyrie's going to be a scorer and go out there and score and do what he does. And of course, KD's going to be KD. And then you bring in somebody like a Blake Griffin who's going to see a lot of single coverage. I mean, that's what you want.
Korkmaz read that defensively, got the steal. Gets it back from Shake Milton in transition, but comes up short on the three. Embiid, though, with another rebound, his 5th, 2nd on the offensive end. Gets it back from Shake Milton in transition, but comes up short on the three. Embiid, though, with another rebound, his 5th, 2nd on the offensive end, and he scores at the rim. 11 points now for Joel Embiid.
Seth Curry has a sore hip. He is not playing. Dwight Howard missing his 2nd straight. A sore left knee.
You've got to be patient, though, as that passer. Tobias, one of the more patient post passers, not in the ballgame.
Maxey trying another three. Embiid, was he held? Well.
Thoughts on Hubert Davis, a longtime NBA player, now the head coach at North Carolina.
Where do I start? And the players love Hubert, so that made me feel like we're in good hands.
Embiid gets the bounce on the 2nd free throw, 5 of 6 at the line.
Elite defenders.
That's why I like the Sixers' chances in the postseason. They defend.
Yep. Got versatility, got size, got depth.
Nice spot by Feibel. Green. Well, he went out of his way to try to draw contact. Embiid, clearly contact on Morris. Don't forget to join us at halftime. Sixers Halftime Live, presented by your Delaware Valley Acura dealer. But first things first, Sixers Halftime Live, brought to you by your Delaware Valley Acura dealers, is coming up.
Here's Embiid, gets the pass from Simmons, missed the shot. They've won 7 in a row, 13 of their last 15, down several starters. Kawhi Leonard's missed now 4 straight games. Ibaka hasn't played at all during the stretch. He, in fact, has missed the last month with a back injury. They've won 7 in a row, 13 of their last 15, down several starters. Kawhi Leonard's missed now 4 straight games. Ibaka hasn't played at all during the stretch. He, in fact, has missed the last month with a back injury. Long-range jumpers here at the end of the half. That one was a triple. 3 seconds to go. Here's Embiid with one. Can't hit it.
And we were able to chip away at it and get the win. So he's confident that if they just stay the course, they'll be fine.
Well, you mentioned about Philly taking 29 threes. What we're seeing here, they're sacrificing the open three to not allow Joel Embiid get rolling in the post. You see they're posting him up on purpose. Expect the double team to come. Now they have single coverage, but great defense.
Here's Korkmaz putting it on the floor. Hangs in the air. No, there's Embiid, though, with a follow jam.
Expect the double team to come. Now they have single coverage, but great defense.
Here's Korkmaz putting it on the floor. Hangs in the air. No, there's Embiid, though, with a follow jam. Meanwhile, Paul George starting to heat up. 23 points, now his third three. Clippers still chipping away, as Lisa talked about. Back within 10. They get a defensive rebound here off the Embiid miss.
What they've been through and what they've gone through, last year. Obviously, the agony of defeat and just not living up to what their potential is, and who will be back, who are back from last year's team. So I think they have an opportunity.
Embiid underneath, lays it in with the left hand. 21 points now for Embiid. Turnover there by the Clippers. Simmons in transition to Korkmaz. Back to Embiid on the low block, and he missed the shot. Got great position early, though, in transition. Ben Simmons, 6.7 rebounds, 4 assists. Trying to free up Embiid on the perimeter, giving him some room here to drive, and Embiid gets it blocked by Paul George. Rondo, 10 points in the first half. Hit a couple of threes. Kind of kept the Clippers attached in that first half. Comes up short on the three here, and it's another rebound for Embiid. Here's Embiid going at Morris, gets to the rim, had it blocked. I think Paul George got that again.
In situations, he's a situational player. I mean, he's a great player and a great situational player. He knows Paul George is on fire. And this is where I like to see Embiid. This is where he can make his money.
The 5-point lead for Philadelphia. One of the reasons the Clippers have been able to come back in the game is because they're making threes. They made 7 of their last 8 as Embiid knocks down the free throw.
Here it is right here. This is where he needs to be. Now you have a decision to make. If you double, you have 3-point shooters all the way around for 2 free throws.
You know, it's interesting. We asked Doc before the game, what's the next step for Embiid?
I think he has the formula. Now it's just stay consistent.
To take a 1-point lead here in Philadelphia. This happened to the Sixers the other night. Had the big lead against Brooklyn. The Nets came back, but Philly held on to win. George trying to set a screen to get free. 1 second, he's got to put it up. He does. Can't hit it. Backside board for Embiid, his 13th rebound, and here comes Simmons. Philadelphia trying to win its 4th in a row. Embiid from outside, no good.
Yeah,
at the foot of Embiid. No challenge, and here's Embiid, has to fire it up with about 1 on the shot clock. Missed it, and here comes Terrence Mann. But Philly doesn't have Tobias Harris because of knee soreness. Second game he's missed this week, and also Seth Curry out with a hip injury as Paul George gets a block again. That's the second block against Embiid by Paul George. Look at that, 19-2. When he makes 10 or more free throws, he's made 11 so far tonight. He makes 10 per game when it happened, but he's able to come back, and he's played very well since, although he missed the free throw there, but they get a second chance opportunity.
The Clippers are trying to dribble in between double team. Sixers are getting their hand on the ball, creating turnovers, and
not a ton of fans in attendance, but the ones that are there chanting MVP for Embiid, who's now 14 of 16 at the free throw line.
Which way Joel Embiid's going to go, because there's so much room on the court as opposed to him being posted up on the left block.
Is he going to pass when the double team comes, or is he going to drive right by his defender, which he did there? He gets the free throws. The lead is back to 5.
5 seconds.
Yep, you get 5 seconds. Here is Morris against Green. Morris, they let him get it off. Not in. Need a rebound here. Who's got it? It is Embiid, and that'll do it. Joel drops.